Oh my goodness, I am breathless. I am humble beyond measure. Tony, you and Tiff have just totally blown me away these last 2 days. I just salute you all, and I do want to honor you, queens, while I have the opportunity. Um, Everybody that's still on, that's listening, that's going to get the replay, the people that 10 more people y'all going to tell about these 2 days that you've been in this mastermind. I want everybody to just give the emojis and the shout out to these two and the work and their team and the work that they've done. I don't want to hold you long. I am just like so privileged for the opportunity. Yes, yes. Yeah, Tony and I, we clicked. We clicked. We
Yeah.
clicked. It was a God ordained connection. I am Dr. Tilda Whitaker-Bailey, but I want to share my story a little bit. If I can get through the tears, my eyes, I don't want to cry, but I am really teared right now. So, years ago, probably about 15, 16 years ago, I was sitting in as an operator, as many of you all are right now. I was a single mom before I started my transitional house. I was a single mom with a 10-month-old baby. And when I hit homelessness, I went through a divorce, a really bad divorce. So I ended up on all the assistant programs. You guys know all the programs, whatever they are now, work first, the WIC program for my baby. I was unemployed. I was, I just hit rock bottom. I was homeless. Through my own testimony, I started a grassroots nonprofit in my city. Um, we went on to develop, even in the beginning, I started putting training programs together for the women that we were housing. Transition program was for single women incarcerated in the reentry program, along with another layer of SA, substance abuse diagnosis. So, woo, that was a journey in itself. We went on to serve over 100 and some women, but I figured out that I had a program. I had a program that I realized would go a lot further than inside the walls of that transition housing that we were doing here in the city. We started getting recognized by local agencies. Then we got invitations to state meetings, speaking opportunities. It all just snowballed from local to state to national. And so we were averaging doing anywhere from 20, 25 women, moms, in about 90 days of employment, getting them to employment. So we knew we had something that was clicking, it was working, and we were progressively improving people's lives, these women's lives. So today I sit here years later from just progressively developing a program. Now I'm a 7-time Amazon best-selling author. I'm the founder and president of Vision Christian University. I am the founder of Kingdompreneurs Academy, where we serve people that are called to preach and teach the gospel as well as balance entrepreneurship. So it's a combination of the profile person that we serve with. I have gotten multiple accreditations and certifications. I'm an ICF professional certified coach, as well as an accredited training program that we have by ICF. And if you know anything about ICF, they are globally accredited. I am also a licensed and ordained minister. So those two combined with my testimony is how I have planned, processed, produced with purpose, for legacy and wealth. Yes, legacy and wealth. You've been hearing those two words, those for the last 2 days. So transitional housing is a starting point. Everything that Tony and Tiff have shared with you at the beginning, transitional housing was my starting point, but it was not my ceiling either. And I want to encourage you all today, as you all are building, it is not going to be, if you stick with Tony and Tiff, this is not going to be your ceiling. It's not going to be your forever four walls. I want you to think not just in your city or in your state. I want you to think globally, globally. Yes, God has given you something down in your belly, down in your soul, that will reach people that you can't even imagine. Months ago, if you had told me I was going to meet Tony, hear her vision, that has just blown me away even more. Yes, global is my goal. I hear you, Felicia. Yeah, and I had nothing in my imagination telling me when we opened the doors and cut the ribbon to our transitional housing that someone told me I would have a global program today. I would have never even comprehended it. But doing some points I want to leave you all with. Doing and designing. I've got some notes in front of me. If you're doing, you're going to be the most skilled person in the room, but your gifts will never go anywhere but in that room. And if you're designing, you are designing so you can hand that over and see other people run with it so it can expand. Yes, pulling out, putting out fires every day. Yeah, as the operator is not where you're going to stay. And that's what Tony and Tiff are encouraging you and putting up, have a platform for you in this impact. Yeah, everything they've talked about from operator to architect is where you need to constantly be thinking. Ask yourself in the doing versus the designing, ask yourself, are you doing this? Are you doing this everything every day, or are you designing it for someone else to do it too? Managing and leading. Overseeing is a manager. Yeah. Accountability is managing. Yes. But is it growth? And when you're leading, you open up opportunity for the people that you're managing to start developing their gifts as well, to make the team that you're managing more powerful, stronger, strength to expand, develop people on a daily. Are the people around you more capable this year versus next year? Look at where you want to take the people from where you are right now to next year. Have they developed? You evaluate your team, you evaluate your people. So if they're not developing, you're really just managing, you're not leading to get a bigger outcome. Vision holders don't run programs. We build empires. Service providers versus the architect that we're talking about. Structure, yes. Are we finding our way to legacy? How do you package your systems? This is what Tony and Tiff have been talking about for the last 48 hours. And I can say I'm a witness because of one little program I started. We started developing people, those women in our transitional housing. The success stories that we have from that now, they still call me to this day. I'm talking 15, 16 years ago. And they call me, Dr. Tilda, I got this grant. I got that. They are now entrepreneurs. I have women that resided in the transitional housing that are now millionaires. Did y'all hear that? I am the biggest cheerleader when they call and give me their success stories. Service providers is skill and time for the money. You're just sitting there, just working, working day and night. But are you developing? Are you growing? And an architect builds, offering teams and models that deliver value and scale so that other people, you can duplicate it, replicate it, so that your work continue to go and grow. I didn't grow the program, I grew into the capacity required. What's on the screen is definitely yes. So before, when you hear me say we had 25 women that we were working with that would house and be bedded in the transition house for like 90 days, 120 days sometime. One program, one location is where I started. One exhausting founder. I know all about doing the report, sitting up at night, trying to answer the monthly reports for grants, all of those things. Yeah, the annual audits that were coming up, on-site audits, all of that kind of stuff. The city visits, no scaling funding. The funding would wear out local small pots of money, and we would try to see where we're going to get funding next. To now sitting here with you and sharing the fact that that transition housing took me into a global program where now I serve people all over the world, through my coaching academy, Kingdompreneurs Academy, and Vision Christian University. The books I've written, the invitations I've gotten globally for just to share my story simply sometime. Will you just come and talk like Tony has opened up the floor for me today? It is simply scaling, getting with the right mentorship. You've heard Tiff talk about this. Yeah, number one, being around the right people. But are the right people the ones that are going to mentor you? In mentoring, I even had a lesson with this. It's not about picking the most popular person in the room. It's not about the person that you think has all the knowledge that you want to receive, but are they committed to being a mentor in your life to guide you to where you want to be? Have they, number one, litmus test, have they produced what you are trying to grow? Look at their orchard field. Look at their harvest. Look at their fruit. Check the fruit. It's not about me being popular to be your mentor. Don't pick the most popular person in the room. Sometimes that person is the quietest. They have done what you're trying to do. Just make sure you connect with the right mentors. Tony and Tiff have the fruit. They have demonstrated that for the last 2 days. A mentor, a true mentor, and the right mentorship program is going to give you the guiding light to structure and how to scale what it is you're trying to do. It represents an atmosphere where the operators, as yourself, can come and grow beyond a single program. Beyond a single program. This is what's possible if you commit to the process. You plan it, you process it, and you produce it with purpose for legacy and wealth. And I know it to be true. And I just thank Tony and Tiff for the opportunity for being on the screen right now to say, let me be a witness.
I love it. I love it. Dr. Tilda, look, all I can say, you said everything exactly. There was nothing wrong with what you said. I love
It was
everything. I
easy,
love
Tony. It was easy.
because that's who you are. Like,
To God be the glory. Just be
God,
yourself.
yes, like I'm telling you, ever since I met you, you just pour on me so much. I just really love hearing you. I love just how God is continuing to confirm for me and Tiff why we're doing this work. And you give it to me. Like, it's like when I think about something, you'll just say, yep, because you'll say it to confirm what he's saying to me. So I just want
Yeah.
to thank you for this opportunity to just, first of all, share with everyone here in the community so they can hear how amazing and how beautiful you are. And also, I'm going to have Tip come on because I didn't want to, let me bring
I
Tip
was
up here
just
too.
about to say I did want to say something. Dr.
Yes.
Tilda, can I say thank you so much? Honestly, I almost cried. I had to stop what I was doing. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh, that made me feel. Thank you for coming to bless the stage. I had a full circle moment. I know obviously you met Tony first, and then I'm here as a byproduct, and I now can say I've met you as well. When we were thinking about what we were doing for the summit, me and Tony had a
Yeah.
full circle moment where it felt like we were looking at just three different stages of evolution because I literally can just remember. I feel like I come from the other side where I know exactly what it's like, similar to your story. And
Hmm.
then Tony has been operating in this field for 15 years. Altogether, we
Yeah.
have 18, and then there's you, and you sound just like Tony to me. Like when I was reading your things, like your bio, I was like, Tony, she's just like you. And I was like, I was like, oh my God, it's like the
Yeah.
evolution of three phases. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And you're like, you embody what everybody is aspiring to become, just that legacy, that vision of building something out. It's really beautiful to kind of see that representation in the room. And honestly, thank you so much for the kind words. It means so much for you to support us. It honestly means the world. I'm so happy we have a break shortly after so I can go and like just cry about it real quick and then come back up with my game face on.
That's how you
Mhm.
did me yesterday when I was listening to your story. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. I know Tony and I had just like, collided. But then when you
Yeah,
shared yesterday and did your presentation, Tiff, I'm like, oh my God, Tiff's there too. I mean, like, oh God, you just keep doing it over and over and over and over. And it's just
exactly.
amazing. Um, yeah, I too was homeless. Um, and so my vision from the testimony of what God allowed me to go through. And I had a little baby in my arm, 10-month-old baby. I'm like, oh God, and it was through a divorce. And anyway, people always ask, well, how did you get started? So that's the famous question, how did all this come to be, evolve? So my big word now is it evolves. If you build it right, like Tony and Tiff are saying to you guys, if you put the foundation down there and build it right with the compassion and the love and the calling and the faith to do it and this vision, it will be legacy. You can't get around the legacy part. If what based on what they have built here with their program. And Tony,
Amen.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you so
There's
much.
more coming, you guys. You guys, I can't even start to be. I'm even going to begin what I'm seeing from you two.
Well, when
I
we
know.
come,
I'm over here. I'm actually cried. I've never cried when we were
yeah,
presenting ever. Tony, so the fact that I've cried,
and I know
I have
Tiff, Tiff
never.
is softy
No,
when it comes to
I've
stuff like
never. I can
this.
typically
She
have a
does
poker
good.
face when I'm in front of a crowd. But honestly,
Um,
thank you so much for that. You said something that spoke to me. Imperfect action. If y'all would have told me where I would be at now, was I
Yeah,
didn't have it all figured out. It does
right.
grow as you're obedient. As you're obedient,
Yeah,
it has no choice but to grow.
yeah, it has no choice.
yeah, it
No.
does. I mean,
Amen.
when the first invitation I got locally, and when I was invited to talk to the mayor, they could not even understand how we were getting the results that we were getting.
Mm, mm,
And then I look up one day and the governor of our state walks in my office and asked us, what do you need? We've heard about your work. And it just kept snowballing. It just kept growing and
mm.
growing and growing.
And that's what you want. That's the evidence of
One
what you're,
program, one program
Wow.
which
out
is what
of
we
the yeah, we had the program before the transitional house, the property. Hello.
program before pride. That's why I said, is this not
Hello.
a,
Oh my God, you are.
is this is
It's
ordained?
like looking at a mirror, honestly. It's insane.
Did
Like,
not
It's
have
so beautiful.
at one point, women were calling and wanted to get into the program. We didn't even have a place to even house the program. We were meeting with these women like on the street.
Mm, 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 mm.
Wow.
Look, I'm so full right now. I'm so
Right.
full.
And can I say, Dr. Tilda, thank you for also because you are doing the giveaway for our people. The fact that you threw
Yes.
that in there last minute as a bucket and just allowing somebody here to walk away with a certification
Can
for
you put
their
that on the
business and
screen?
life.
Can you
Yeah,
put that
I
on the screen real
absolutely can.
quick?
I absolutely can because we do. Because thank you so much. When we got that, I about yelped. I was like, oh my gosh, look at what
So excited.
she's
And
so
someone's
excited
going to be
about that.
giving that
Yeah,
to
this is what I do now. And Tony being a part of this, that's why I said you guys more is coming. More is
more,
coming. So,
more.
you all enrolling into the VIP level program and things like that. There's more coming.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. This is what one person will get today. By the end of this, a life-changing opportunity to be able to be a part and get certification in life and business skills as a coach. That's worth
Yeah.
that's worth $697 in value. So,
Hmm.
Dr. Tilda, thank you so much. I
Thank
am
you. Thank you so
full.
much.
I'm full, and I'm just gonna let you know when you see me in June, you're gonna see Tiff too. She coming.
We get to meet. Thank you so much, Dr. Tilda. Thank you, thank
And
you, thank you,
You
thank
you'll
you.
see
froze.
both of
You
us in
froze when
June.
you said that, Tony.
Oh,
Tony, I didn't hear you. You
I said
froze.
in
What? You
June,
said something about June.
when you see me
Yeah.
in June, Tiff is coming. Hopefully I can get Tiff to stay a few days with us, but
No, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
keep. I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
make a
keep y'all here
wedding.
for a few days.
I'm planning on it. Well, thank you so much. And I appreciate you
Thank
taking
you,
time
Dr.
out of
Tilda.
your schedule because you're in training right now and you took this time out for all of us here. And I want to thank you for that. So thank you. And we love
Thank
you.
you for having me. Thank you. You got so many people
Honored.
saying that they are gonna get that scholarship.
All right. All right. Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Till.
you so much, Dr. Tilda. All right, y'all. Oh, I'm so
Thank you.
full. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank
So,
you. Yeah, I want to go and I can't wait. Listen, by the time I got my game face on right now, but when I say I'm a baby and I'm a boo-hoo,
I know
truthfully, I do want to say this before we go on a quick break. Y'all, team, can we please drop Dr.
that.
Tilda's information? Please, if y'all don't do nothing
Please.
else, do y'all see the legacy that was on the screen? I love
That,
to fill my algorithm up with things that fill me up every day. And that's all that I want down my algorithm. That's all I want to see, y'all. Please spam
yeah.
the chat team, put her information out there. Pretty, please. She's absolutely amazing. That's the kingdompreneur coach right there, y'all.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Well, before we go on break, because we are going to go on a quick break, and then when we come back, guess
Great.
what? We're going to announce a grand.
Well,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
now
Tony.
we're literally just gonna knock everything out in the last run. So 5 minutes, Tiff, or you gonna give them 5, 6 minutes?